Rebirth, rejuvenation, recreation. Rarity Cole stared into the blue water lapping at her feet and wondered what word any of the multiple books in her shop would use for this moment in her life. If the book was a romance, she'd be facing a second chance. But her new life here was more than another chance at love. It was a reawakening of every part of her life. Career, love, friends. She'd even changed her scenery by moving from the Midwest to Sedona, Arizona. Even the structure and activities of her days had changed. Currently, she sat on the edge of her backyard swimming pool, a luxury she'd only dreamed of when she was climbing the corporate ladder in the marketing department of a mid-level production corporation in St. Louis. Since the weather had turned perfect last weekend, she'd gone on several hikes with Archer every day since Friday. Now the calendar weekend was over, and it was Monday, the second day of her actual weekend. Rarity had the entire day off, even with the store being open. Her employees, Shirley Prescott and Katie Dickinson, took turns running the bookstore on Mondays starting the 1st of March. Now Rarity had a real 2-day weekend for the first time since opening the next chapter. She felt like she was back working in corporate marketing. At the table this morning, she'd started making a list of to-dos, but realized nothing else would happen if she didn't get her swim marked off the list. "Work out first," she muttered. That had been her motto since January, matching up with one of her resolutions. She felt better when she moved first thing in the morning. She believed in the power of goals. They'd gotten her through her stint of treatment for breast cancer, and the complete overhaul of her life afterward. She'd moved 1,400 miles from St. Louis to Sedona. She quit her corporate job and bought a bookstore. And she broke up with Kevin. The man who was supposed to be her future husband thought she wasn't fun enough when she was fighting for her life. Okay, truthfully, Kevin had broken up with her, but either way, it had been a big life change. 4 changes on the list of top stressors according to the magazine articles. Today, she lived in a 3-bedroom cottage in Arizona with a pool she used year-round. She loved running the bookstore and hadn't worn a business suit to work in months. She had a new boyfriend, Archer Ender, who was planning on moving in with her next month. And she had a baby. Oh, not a human baby. She had adopted Killer, a tiny Yorkie with a huge attitude, and an even bigger heart.